in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you apps that really helped me to get things done in school as a student, in university, or law student, and without wasting much of your time. Let's get into the video. So the first app is Google Calendar. Yes, Google Calendar. Google Calendar has saved my life. I majorly use Google Calendar to time block. I usually assign different times to get different works done. So if you have a to-do list, I highly recommend you transfer your to-do list to your Google Calendar, giving a specified time you want to get things done. And a good thing is that you can set a reminder to remind you that in 20 minutes you have to head to class, in 20 minutes you have to turn in an assignment. And it really works and helps in getting things done and helping you be organized, because if you're a forgetful person like myself, if you're really forgetful, you should really use this app to help you get things done. Another app I use alongside Google Calendar is called Minimalist. I love Minimalist so much. It helps me get a lot of things done. This app is a to-do list planner, a Pomodoro timer, a habit tracker, and it's also aesthetic. And you can also add it as a widget on your phone. I have a video explaining it. But usually when I write down my to-do list, I usually transfer almost everything to my Google Calendar. And since it is almost impossible to do all the tasks you put on your to-do list, let's be realistic, we don't usually get them done. However, I learned this from somewhere that you should have your daily highlights. This particular task, I must do them today, even though I don't do the rest. So I'll feel fulfilled, or there are jobs I have to get done today. So usually my daily highlights, I put them in my Minimalist. For instance, I have to attend class, I have to turn in an assignment, and I have to submit a video for approval. I put those three on my Minimalist. Their task I have to accomplish. All the other things, like I have to go grab lunch, I have to buy something, I put those ones on my Google Calendar. So I hope you understand. When you use Minimalist, when you tap on the task on your board, it brings up this Pomodoro timer. I usually set 25 minutes. You can tweak it to whatever time you want it to be, and you can have your Pomodoro timer playing at the background while you are getting your tasks done to make sure you finally do this thing. So I highly recommend you download this and help you get things done and also manage your time well. The next app on my list is more for studying, and it's called Quizlet. Quizlet is a flashcard app, and a very popular one is Anki. But I know Anki is common among medical students, and I decided to look for one that is more generic. And since I am a law student, so Anki is a flashcard app where you can create flashcard sets to help you with your study and make you study better or faster. A good thing about this app, or why I really like this app, is that they are premium flashcards based on different topics. So if you are looking for a flashcard set on a topic you have in mind, you can search it up. Although you may not get what you're looking for, but you most likely get them. It's not really popular in Nigeria, but they are actually flashcards app made based on Nigerian law courses, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, I have to jump on it. Another good thing about this app is that you can add other colleagues or other classmates to this app, and all of you would create different flashcard sets, probably on different topics in a course, and it kind of saves you time, and it's also like a joint effort. So if you have like a group study, and this is not only limited to being a student, if you are also a normal person or you're also studying anything, you should probably use this app. The next one is called Grammarly. It's more of a website extension or a Chrome extension. So Grammarly makes your sentences or your words or your articles sound a lot more eloquent. It makes it grammatically correct. The grammatical structure is more pleasant, and it just makes you sound like you know what you're doing. If you write papers, or if you are going to start writing papers or articles or assignments, it's time for you to use Grammarly. It corrects your English, it makes your grammar sound a lot more better, and as a law student, it's important to sound eloquent and sound very smart, and Grammarly does it for you. Okay, so where you are putting in sentences that kind of sounds lame, it gives you suggestions on how it should sound better. There's a pro version and there's a free version. I have a link in my description box where you can go ahead to sign up for an account on Grammarly. And I kid you not, you should use Grammarly. It just saves you time for double check to see if you made any grammatical error or any grammatical mistake. So you should definitely use Grammarly. And the next app I'm going to be talking about is called Google Docs. If you are writing papers, assignments, the best place I recommend for you to write it is Google Docs. Okay, Google Docs is also corrects your grammatical errors if you make any grammatical errors, but Grammarly is better. But one great feature of Google Docs that I love is you can add other people to a document you're writing. So if you have like a project with other people, a group assignment, and everybody has different parts to play in writing this document. You don't need to wait for somebody to be done before adding your parts to the paper. You can just have access to the document online and then your contribution, and everybody puts in their own contribution. I used this app a lot last year for a paper I was writing, and also another paper I was writing with a group of friends, and it just made our work a lot more easier, and everybody was, you know, just chipping. You can also add comments to a particular sentence or a particular paragraph, and anybody that has access to the document can read it. So you don't necessarily have to go back to your group chat or your messenger to like, okay, this and this correct, this and this, or this should be done. You can just put a comment on the document saying, okay, this and this has been done. I highly recommend you use Google Docs. And the final app slash software is Notion. I use Notion a lot, and I talk about Notion on this channel. I even have a video on Notion. I use Notion to plan out my school, my study schedule, my class schedule. I use Notion to plan even my content calendar. Notion really helps in organizing your life, getting your life together, getting things done. And as opposed to Google Calendar where you do your things daily, you can make that weekly on your Notion. So let's say you have a weekly to-do list. You can have your weekly to-do list on your Notion, so you know, okay, at the beginning of the week you're feeling things you must accomplish. That, like, if you're a YouTuber myself, you know, you have to upload a video this week, you have to communicate to so person this week. You can put all of that on your Notion. And this is not only for content creators. If you are also a student, if you're in tech, if you're doing other job, you should also use Notion to stay organized. So these are the apps I use as a student to make me stay organized and getting things done. And if you're looking for a video on how to get your life together, currently right now it is not together, I highly recommend you watch this video where I explain how I got my life together when I was feeling down and feeling worthless, and you should check that out.